All right, what is up, traders? What's up, tycoons? Super excited for today's video. Gonna give you guys another update on the crypto market. We're gonna take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin just recently blew past my first bullish price target here of about 27,155, and we're heading up towards the next bullish price target here of 29,233. So it is very possible, if we continue this bullishness, that we could come up to the $29,000 to $30,000 region on Bitcoin. We're going to see. Now, we do need to be a little bit cautious, just because if we look at our RSI here, we are getting overbought, right? This dotted line here is the technical definition of overbought. That's above 70, and we are in that territory right now. So as a general rule of thumb, it's not always best typically to buy something when it's overbought, and above those overbought conditions. The risk would be much higher versus buying something when it's oversold, as it was previously over here when we hit oversold territory, and we also bounced off of our major support levels. Okay. So we've been tracking Bitcoin, and guys, the signs just keep happening, right? So initially we had bearish divergence, okay, which, if you're not familiar with that, that's how I was able to really anticipate this downwards move after reaching this overhead supply zone here, where we sold off here previously in the past in about August of last year. And so we had the bearish divergence, right? And that's where, if you take a look here, we have a high, we have a lower high, then we have a lower high, right? And here we have highs, and then we have lower highs as well. Now, this is our MACD, okay? And this is our relative strength index. Now, let's look at the actual price of the token, right? So here we have a high, here we have a higher high. Over here, we have a higher high again and a higher high. So we're making higher highs on the price of Bitcoin, but the relative strength index and the MACD were both going down, making lower highs. That would be a term known as bearish divergence. And what we were looking for a bullish move was a break of the bearish divergence trend line, right? And so we actually just got that here on the MACD, and we also just recently got that here on the relative strength index. So really, really good signals there. Markets tend to move in about 3 or 5 wave structures. And so ultimately, I'm tracking a larger 3-wave structure here, 1, 2, 3, up to the bullish price targets. We already hit the first bullish price target. So, if we do come up to that 29 or 30,000 region, wouldn't really surprise me if we get a pullback. As I mentioned, we hit the first price target, so a pullback could be expected here as well. We look for a retest of this former supply zone. All right, and we're going to try to flip that from supply to demand if we end up getting a pullback. But crypto's been pumping pretty hard, and when it pumps really hard. So, we could continue heading up higher. Of course, this video is not financial advice, right? Really just going over some of the key levels and tracking things and giving you guys a nice update, not necessarily telling you guys to buy into things. Actually kind of doing a little bit of the opposite, saying that it was overbought, that, it's a pretty risky time to buy at the time of this recording. Now, this is Ethereum. Ethereum looks pretty good as well. All right, so initially we had this bearish divergence here where we had the lower highs. We kept making these lower highs as the price was making higher highs, and what happened was we actually broke out and retested, right? And so that's textbook. That's exactly what you want to see. You want to see prior resistance from here become new support, and you can see that we actually came back and bounced super hard off of that trend line. And then we also bounced off of the major fib level here, right around the 50%, just as Bitcoin did. And we had some question marks here on the last video update on Ethereum. We got the crossover, right? And so the red line is really the one you want to pay attention to. We got the crossover above the blue line. That was the start of a bullish signal here on this move. But we were looking to see if we were going to be able to break out past this initial bearish divergence trend line, and we did. We got a very strong breakout past it, and just like Bitcoin, we're blowing past our overhead supply zone here, and we did hit our first bullish price target as well of 1835. If Ethereum wants to keep running, we could head up towards 1962. That's going to be my next, basically bullish price target area that I'm looking for. Now, I do want to mention, I do viewer request every week. So if you want to see your altcoins, you want to see your cryptocurrencies in the next video broken down with some nice technical analysis, all you got to do is smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. Okay.